Stop calling things trash if you don't know nothing about it. So class, I'm really not trying to be on 10 in this video. I'm just really trying to bring a better light into the isekai genre, because I feel like a bunch of people got this entire genre completely misunderstood. There's a lot of misunderstandings, there's a lot of flack getting thrown at this genre from people, in my opinion, I feel like never actually truly gave the genre a shot. You've seen through 2 animes and then probably watched one and then be like, yeah, no, this shit's bad. The whole genre is bad. Shut your stupid... that logic just does not make any sense to me. And in this video, I'm just going to be talking about and possibly defending my favorite genre, isekais. So the very first thing that I want to go over in this video that possibly might take up a good portion is the slander when it comes to isekais. Now, when we get into the slander, this has to be the most stupidest shit that I've ever heard people say about a genre of anime. The most reoccurring thing that people always say about isekais: oh, the isekai main character is always OP, he's one-shotting people. Or, man, the isekai places are always the same, they're always the same thing with the isekais. Or, the main character is one-dimensional and basic, they do not have depth. And every single time I hear those claims, I always go back to one thing: you simply did not watch any type of isekais. You never picked one up, you never watched a couple of them, you never even gave it a shot. You're just hearing the echo chamber that everybody else says, and you never actually truly gave it a chance. So let's just get the first claim out the way. Every single isekai MC is overpowered and one-shots everything. No matter what it is, he always one-shot. I do not know who made this claim, I really don't. But that is literally a buttload of bullshit, to an extent. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that, oh, not every OP MC or isekai protagonist be one-shotting shit. No. They do be one-shotting the fodder people.
Oops, and I held back too.
The people that don't really matter, the basic ass people. Hell, you can look at any other anime and say the same shit. In the first beginning of the series, they're gonna be showing off their powers and stuff. They're gonna be showing what the character is capable of doing. Using the 7th Prince for example. It gets established in the first episode that this man is all about learning different types of spells, learning different types of abilities and stuff like that. He is just magic crazy. So of course, when he's fully capable of learning those magics and stuff like that, being able to read these books and stuff, he is going to be reading about different spells and shit like that. And we get that shit established because we don't necessarily see him do anything really too crazy up until the end of the episode, to where he fights the demon. And then we get to see a glimpse at everything that he has done, but that's already been established. That already shows oh yeah, he's just been learning magic throughout the entirety of his entire life. We don't get to see him learn about those magics and stuff, but throughout the entire series we see him reading more books, we see him testing out new shit, we see him learning about new different spells. Every single time he sees something new, like the episode to where he learned key breathing and stuff like that, we progressively see him learn these things. And before somebody be oh, but he just learned that immediately, he learned it in a short amount of time. No, he was really messing up. In the beginning when he first attempted it, he fucked up and was damn, that shit's actually kind of hard. But as they were progressively going through the cave and shit, he was just slowly doing it. And the person that was helping him, Tao, was also giving him tips and stuff on how to get better at it. That's just one example out of many. These are just power fantasy isekais. And I don't get why people get so mad at the power fantasy side of things on isekais, okay? Because the literal title tells you what the anime is already gonna be about. You know those long ass titles, the ones that when people see this shit, they'll be like, man, I'm not gonna read all that shit. Well, if you actually read it, you will know what you're getting yourself into. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical abilities. Boom, they literally told you that shit right there. The key words are perfecting my magical abilities. Like, by me just reading that shit, I know when I'm getting into this shit, he's gonna be strong as hell. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. From commonplace to world's strongest. What do I expect out of this anime? This guy was weak, and now he's progressively getting strong. It's self-explanatory in the title.
Well, I can't read.
But staying on topic. Isekai MCs, yes, they are implied that they start off like with an ability. They have like, you know, their knowledge of like their past life and stuff like that. But that does not necessarily make them overpowered, because as like the anime and stuff goes on, when they get into fights, they actually start to like struggle a little bit. They start to like go toe to toe with the person that they're fighting or the thing that they're fighting. So they're not already inherently not one-shotting, because it takes time for them to kill the thing. Let's look at How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, right? In the beginning, it shows us that he is this overwhelming freaking power. He's fighting, doing all this other shit, and actually like killing and one-shotting shit. But then when he has to fight Grimskull, this man is actually struggling because he can't freaking one-shot her.
On the lips of this, come forth! You still want to fight me?
She's on par with this man. This man has been going throughout the entire series one-shotting fodder people, but then when it actually comes to a character, he's struggling, and that's how it is in most animes. It's just that like people just pick isekais for some reason and making it seem like it's just isekais doing this shit. And if you want another example of an overpowered MC not one-shotting something, let's look at Overlord with Ainz versus Shao-Tier. We know that Ainz is this strong ass character. He is like stated to be the strongest person in Nazarick. Everybody looks up to him because he is that strong. But when he came down to fighting Shao-Tier, one of the people that are lower than him, he had to literally put on every single buff in his arsenal. He had to prepare. This man had correct time to fight Shao-Tier, and he was still struggling trying to beat her. But every isekai MC one-shots.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
That's it!
Like, there are so many examples that I can show of isekai characters actually struggling when it comes to their fights and not one-shotting. I can't even remember a time to where I watched an isekai to where an actual MC one-shotted somebody. And mind you, as of me recording this shit, I damn near watched a shit ton of isekais before recording this. And then this gets into like the second point, the second slander shit. All isekais are the same. I want you to listen close when I say this. Every isekai is a fantasy. Not every fantasy is a isekai. Before I get somebody in my comment section telling me, oh, but isekais take up majority of the fantasy category. That is bullshit. Fantasy has over like 6,000 something animes in it, and isekai takes up only 400 of those spots. Reconsider the hill you want to die on.
Oh no, this can't be.
Because for some odd reason, people just lump in every fantasy anime and think that it's an isekai when it's not. And then also going down the claim of just saying that, oh, we know that they're not all isekais and stuff like that. They just all have the same plot and premise and stuff like that.
You serious?
You can also say that shit about any other genre. Every single slice of life has to go through the high schooler life and stuff like that. Beach episode, school festival. That's all what a slice of life is. romance anime is always will they, won't they. Like, you can say that shit about any other genre. All because they have the same premise does not mean that they're gonna have the same storytelling. Sometimes they might be different. Sometimes they might be the same. But that's just anime as a whole. You can say that shit about shonen. Oh, but no. We can't have the conversation about shonen saying that every single main character came from high school and then awakened to an ability or got gifted an ability and then now they're on a journey on how to perfect that power and stuff. Oh, no. We all shonens aren't the same. Isekais are the same thing. They all have the same premise and stuff like that. The only thing every isekai has in common is that somebody gets transported to another world. Everything after that is completely different due to storytelling. If they have a goal that is similar to a different show, the way that they end up completing that goal or not even completing that goal is going to be completely different. The struggles that they go through, the ups, the downs are going to be completely different. Like every show ever. Some might be similar, doesn't mean that they're going to have the similar storytelling or ending. I cannot believe I have to say that. And now getting to the third claim of everybody saying how the MCs are always one-dimensional and basic. Now, I will say, as a avid isekai watcher, this does have some weight to it. Some. I'm only giving y'all a little bit of leeway with this. And that is only because isekai as a genre is the most diverse when it comes to like any type of genre. Because isekais have slice of life isekais. They have like the power fantasy isekais that we just went over. They have the comedy side of isekais. Like they have a multitude of different genres within the genre. So going into certain isekais, like if I'm watching Konosuba, I'm not expecting Kazuma to have the freaking greatest character depth known to man. Like if I'm watching Kuma Bear Punch, I'm not expecting her to have the craziest, most in-depth character development next to AOT. No, I'm just watching this anime because it's a girl in a bear suit whooping ass. And by saying every isekai MC is one-dimensional or basic, then you're calling Subaru one-dimensional and basic.
Shit! What do you know? What the hell do you actually know about me, huh? Nothing!
You're calling Naofumi one-dimensional and basic.
Why? Why would you lie like that? We're supposed to be a party!
You're calling the party from Grimgar one-dimensional and basic.
I mean, come on! I'm not exactly the world's best speaker. And besides, I've been in shock.
We have all been in shock over this. So I guess it's everybody's fault then. Because we're all in this together, right? At least we're supposed to be.
And that, I cannot back. Sure, some isekais may be basic MCs and stuff like that, but at the same time too, you gotta look at it at a broader perspective. Is this anime really supposed to be in depth? Because if you're going into every single anime looking for in-depth character, the most heart-wrenching, most in-depth plot known to man, then you're just going to be disappointed each and every time. Because sometimes animes are just meant to be enjoyed and watched for what it's worth. Not everything gotta have an in-depth premise. Not everything gotta have like this crazy ass shit. Not every anime gotta be an AOT is what I'm saying. And that is what isekais are. They're just meant to be watched for what it's worth. Something you just watched for fun. Something you just pick up because you saw the title and you're like, what the hell? This man got put in a vending machine? How the hell is that gonna work? And then you watch it and you just might be pleased at what you saw. Or you won't. That's fine. Not everything is going to be peak fiction. And I'm pretty sure I said this shit previously in another video. Isekais are meant to be watched for what it's worth. If the guy is just going around killing shit, then he's going around killing shit. I'm there for the ride. And if it was that one-off chance that we get a ReZero to where the anime is emotional and it takes us on a slow burn roller coaster, I am also there. Because how would I have known ReZero is this good if I didn't watch it through? Isekais are meant to be fun watches. Nothing too serious unless it says otherwise. But what do you guys think? Do you guys have a better understanding of the isekai genre? Do you guys like isekais, or you don't like isekais and you just think that they're all trash? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're down there, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. And remember, class, we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you guys want to join, link's always in the description. But with that being said, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.